guys, it's Trusty here, and welcome to my 5th minigame guide about the Livid Farm. This minigame involves helping a woman called Pauline Polaris, and you have to help her run the farm. Completing certain activities inside the farm can get you produce points, which can be used later on for rewards, and also some experience points in agility, construction, crafting, farming, and magic. So without further ado, let's get started with this guide by showing the requirements. To be able to get on Lunar Isle, which is where the minigame takes place, you have to have finished the quest called Lunar Diplomacy. You also need 70 magic, 60 agility, 60 farming, 60 crafting, and 50 construction. As for your gear and supplies, you should be bringing a large amount of astral runes, nature runes, law runes, mind runes, and death runes. You also use a ton of water runes and earth runes in this minigame, so buying a mud staff would be a worthwhile investment. To be able to actually get to Lunar Isle, you could use the Lunar Home Teleport, the Moon Clan Teleport on the Lunar Spellbook, an Astral Tab, or you could just take the boat from Relica. Once you're at the main area, just run a little bit north and you'll see the farm. Before you're actually able to get started, you're gonna have to go through a quick tutorial by talking to Pauline. And now that you're all set, let's get farming. As I said before, you have to complete certain tasks for Pauline to be able to gain points and experience. Note that some of the tasks in this minigame require a high magic level, but you can still cast these spells without the required magic level, you just get less experience points. Fertilizing an empty patch gets you 20 produce points, and it's pretty self-explanatory on how to do it. Simply use fertile soil on one of the empty patches, or just click on it. Curing a diseased livid gets you 20 produce points, and to be able to cure it, you have to click on one of the black ones, and then choose one of the 4 options that looks the most like that plant. Fixing one of the broken fences also gets you 20 produce points, and to be able to fix one, you have to grab a few logs from this little container here, then use plank make to turn them into planks, and then use them on the fence to repair them. Energizing Pauline gets you 100 produce points every time, so whenever she looks tired, simply right-click her, choose Energize, and then pick one of the sentences that seem like the best positive reinforcement. And finally, depositing livids gets you 120 produce points total. To be able to do this, grab a bunch of livids that can be found right next to the container where you found all the logs. Then use string jewelry on each one of the livids to create bunches of livids. Then use those bunches on a wagon south of the farm to be able to deposit them. The activities that you do on the Livid Farm work in cycles, and each cycle lasts for 1 minute each. One cycle allows you to do 3 soil fertilizations, 3 plant cures, 2 fence repairs, and finally either the ability to energize Pauline once, or to be able to bundle up 10 livids into 2 bunches. Doing every task on the farm every cycle can get you a little under 19,000 produce points per hour. Some people also stay here for the consistent XP rates, so here are the following XP per hours. So, what does this minigame actually get you other than these awesome XP per hour rates? Well, on your Lunar Spellbook you might have noticed a few spells that can only be unlocked by spending some time at the Livid Farm. Some of these spells are actually really useful, so if you have the time and money, then I would suggest you stay here for a little while. Here's a quick example to show how the point system works. So for now, let's say you have around 200,000 points. If you want to save up for something specific, like Disruption Shield, then you're gonna have to unlock every spell in order first. Although this sounds bad, you don't actually spend your points until you reach Vengeance Group, so basically every spell costs 663,290 produce points. The first spell that you unlock is the South Falador Teleport with 69,840 produce points, and the effect is pretty self-explanatory. The next spell that you unlock is Repair Rune Pouch with 139,760 produce points. This spell repairs one of your rune crafting pouches, and also makes it last longer. The next spell that you unlock is the North Ardoin Teleport spell with 227,120 produce points. This one is also pretty self-explanatory, it just teleports you a little bit north from the East Ardoin Bank. The fourth spell that you unlock is Remote Farm with 314,480 produce points. This spell allows you to check the status of any farming patch around RuneScape, and if that patch is diseased, it lets you cure it. The next spell that you unlock is Spiritualize Food with 401,840 produce points. If you use this spell on a food in your inventory while having a familiar out, it heals the familiar and makes its stats better. The sixth spell that you unlock is Make Leather with 489,200 produce points. This spell lets you tan up to 5 hides in your inventory, so this actually makes this spell a profitable way of training magic. With 576,560 produce points, you're able to unlock the Disruption Shield. This spell completely nullifies the next hit you're about to get from another player, so this makes it a huge advantage for PKing. And finally, with 663,290 produce points, you're able to unlock Vengeance Group. This spell gives the power of vengeance to up to 50 people in an 8x8 square around you. This makes this spell very useful at bosses like the Corporeal Beast, or in Dungeoneering. Once you unlock Vengeance Group, all your points are going to disappear, and then you'll have the ability to buy things called wishes. If you continue doing activities at the Livid Farm even when you unlocked every spell, you can still get the XP and you'll still get produce points. So, the way to go by spending your produce points is now on wishes to be able to lower the cost of the Livid Farm. Basically what the wishes do is give you temporary boosts or quick profit makers. So for now, the best profit maker is turn lunar lumber into runes. Before I end this guide, there's one quick thing I should mention. At random times around the farm, there's these weird activities that'll pop up. These are called distractions, and to me, they're called distractions for a reason. I kinda think of them as a waste of time because all you get from them are a few runes that are worth about 500 GP in total. But hey, I'm not stopping you, so if you finished your 1-minute cycle, then go ahead and cast that spell. That pretty much concludes my Livid Farm guide. I hope this helps, and thanks for watching.